A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a move that has stirred quiet outrage among watchdogs and concerned citizens, the controversial Big Beautiful Bill has emerged as a focal point of debate in Congress. While proponents tout it as a sweeping piece of legislation aimed at promoting national development and boosting American prosperity, critics warn that it harbors a dangerous provision, the authority to sell off millions of acres of U.S. public land. This is not just a benign shift in land use policy, it represents a seismic and permanent alteration of what belongs to all Americans. The implications of this bill should alarm anyone who values our national parks, wildlife habitats, and the principles of government transparency. The Big Beautiful Bill is marketed as a comprehensive package that combines infrastructure, energy, and federal regulatory reforms. However, hidden deep within its hundreds of pages are authorizations that enable the sale of public lands managed by agencies such as the Bureau of Land Management, BLM, the U.S. Forest Service, and the Department of the Interior. In various drafts and amendments, the language used to describe these land sales includes terms like revenue-generating initiatives, federal land disposal programs, and surplus property liquidation. This bill opens the door for lands to be auctioned off to private interests, foreign investors, and large corporations, often under vague definitions of strategic use or economic necessity. Supporters of the bill argue that it will create jobs and stimulate the economy. They claim that by selling off these lands, the government can generate revenue that can be reinvested into infrastructure and public services. While these points may seem attractive on the surface, the risks and long-term consequences of such actions far outweigh any short-term monetary gains. The critical question remains, who stands to benefit the most from the sale of public lands? The answer, unsurprisingly, points to powerful lobbyists, special interest groups, and corporate donors with deep ties to political figures. Fossil fuel companies, mining giants, real estate developers, and even foreign sovereign wealth funds are eyeing these public lands as undervalued assets ripe for extraction and exploitation. A closer examination of the legislative sponsors and donors behind the bill reveals a tangled web of campaign contributions, super PACs, and offers of post-government employment. The revolving door between government agencies and corporate boardrooms ensures that the same individuals who are drafting these policies may one day personally profit from the land sales they helped to authorize. This is not a conservative policy, it is crony capitalism disguised as government reform. This isn't the first time Washington has attempted to sell off public lands, but the scale and stealth of the Big Beautiful Bill are unprecedented. In previous decades, similar attempts have faced significant backlash from environmental groups and the public, leading to a reevaluation of the government's role in protecting these vital resources. The stakes are incredibly high. Our national parks and wildlife habitats are not just parcels of land, they are part of our national heritage and identity. The potential sale of these lands to private interest raises serious ethical questions about who gets to decide the fate of these cherished spaces. As the debate over the Big Beautiful Bill unfolds, it is crucial for citizens to remain vigilant and informed. The implications of this legislation extend far beyond immediate economic considerations. They touch on fundamental issues of stewardship, accountability, and the very essence of what it means to be a part of a democratic society. Advocacy groups and concerned citizens are mobilizing to voice their opposition to the bill, calling for transparency and accountability in government decision-making. They argue that selling off public lands undermines the very principles of democracy and erodes public trust in elected officials. As this contentious legislation moves forward, it is imperative for lawmakers to listen to the voices of their constituents and prioritize the long-term health of our environment and public resources over short-term financial gains. The fate of America's public lands hangs in the balance, and the time to act is now. The Big Beautiful Bill may be cloaked in populist rhetoric, but its implications could have lasting consequences for generations to come. Citizens must engage in the political process, advocate for responsible stewardship of public lands, and hold their elected officials accountable for the decisions they make. The future of our national parks and wildlife habitats depends on it. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.